Alright, first and foremost, I want to give all the honors and the praises and the glory belongs to my Lord and Savior. His name is Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Wahavaka Kodash. The name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh. Son's name is Yahweh Shai, and who I reverence. And honors to the apostles that are in the Holy Spirit, and to the hopeful elect across the globe, and to the few, the very few brothers and sisters listening and also learning in the hopes of being saved within these last days. All right, we're going to get straight to this. I don't really like to go into the topic because, again, you don't really want to entertain it because you know it's nothing but the devil. But you have individuals across the world that may be going through these things, especially in the truth. It's called gang stalking. What is gang stalking? Is nothing but persecution. That's what it is. Don't get caught up on these terms. Targeting, gang stalking. It is persecution. That's all it is. All right? We're going to get into a few scriptures. We're going to bring it out. And yes, this is a part of the truth. Right? So let's start first at Psalms 38 and jump straight to 31. The law of his power is in his heart. None of his steps shall slide. So if you really believe in Yahweh Shai, he's going to guide you. Verse 32, the wicked watcheth the righteous and seeketh to slay him. So guess what? A part of this I don't even like calling it that. Yeah, it is a program. It's a COINTELPRO, highly advanced program, which we're going to go into what it's about, right? By the end of the day, it's Yahweh Shai's program. The wicked watcheth the righteous and seeketh to slay him. So we're being watched. We're being monitored 24 hours a day, right? And how do they do this? They have a monitor, right? It's a military operation. You have subcontractors, right? Someone that knows people in higher places, and certain individuals got their hands on particular technology and they're able to control it, and they're able to monitor, they're able to see pretty much everything, right? So the wicked, why? Because they're wicked. Only a wicked person would do that. But the Lord will not leave him in his hand. Yahweh Shai will not leave him in his hand nor condemn him when he is judged. So why are they doing that? Why would someone need to surveil you 24 hours? Because they're trying to get you on something, right? Because that's the devil. It's all biblical. Don't step outside of the scriptures. And they're using people around you. Wait, it's so advanced. So now we're going to go into, where does this stem back from? It stems back from East Germany. It was known as the Stasi, right? These are East German Stasi tactics. Just look these things up. Highly advanced, right? Highly advanced. And for them to put you on this particular thing, they would need to make up a lie. Me, I have no convictions. No convictions. So like I have no felonies. I've been caught with a little bit of marijuana here, got in trouble there. But in terms of actual convictions, felonies, I have none. Right? So they would have to make up a lie. Okay? And basically, somehow they spread your information. They're able to notify other people when you're in a particular place, a particular location. And these same people, some of them are paid, some of them are not paid. Most of them are paid, right? Basically, they sold their soul without even knowing. And basically, they're told certain things. You basically have a false dossier on you. And they said, well, keep an eye on him. Community watch because of this or because of that. He's extremist. He's a whistleblower. He's sexual harassment. Now, if you look at a nice woman, that's sexual harassment. What else? He's a threat to society, mental health issues, all this type of rubbish. So, again, this is just a tactic of the devil. This is how the devil operates. So that's just one of them. These people, they're also paid to change shifts, to watch you. This involves regular citizens, right, that are walking. They have shifts. People that drive, whether it's mopeds, whether it is construction workers, they change shifts, right? So this is a constant thing. What else? I want to make sure I'm bringing out everything. What's the whole goal of it? The whole goal of it is to drive someone insane or to let them commit suicide. That's the whole goal. So when you see on the news this woman or this lady, she committed suicide, most likely is because they were targeted. And another reason why is because you're not conforming to this society. That's one of the major reasons, right? Because you think differently. You don't go by what everybody else thinks. Because most of these people, they're zombies. They comply, right? They follow. They have no backbone. They don't stand for nothing. So that's also what makes you targeted, right? Just something as simple as, I don't know, raising your vibration, which I don't like to use with all them terms, okay? And it basically deals with social behavior modification. Basically, they're trying to alter your mind state, which is what? That's witchcraft, and it deals with manipulation. So a lot of these people around you, they're witches and warlocks, whether they know it or not. And some of them don't know what they're doing. They've just been told. Some of them are being forced to, because if they don't do it, they lose their jobs. They lose their livelihood. So some of them have been forced to do it, right? Remember, this is a government program. Basically, we're gonna go into it. Right? Let's let the scriptures come out because I don't want to overtalk it. This is part of the truth. This is what we have to go through. And if you endure it, there's a crown for you. This is Luke 6:22, and we might do a part 2. Blessed are you when men shall hate you, and when they shall separate you from their company, and shall reproach you, and cast out your name as evil for the Son of Man's sake, for Yahweh's sake. So you're blessed if that's happening to you, right? So there's also scriptures that dealt with this particular thing. Even King David had to deal with this, all right? Don't fret. Because guess what? It's demonic. Yes, it's very demonic. And basically, yeah, you're being watched. It's surveillance. It's Stasi Eastern German tactics. So you may be thinking, well, how do they know? How are they able to get out there before me? How are they able to go to this place and know I'm there? Because they're notified, right? And there's also particular apps that they use, right? It's very in depth. Okay, so we're gonna go to another part of this. Basically, they want you to think they're everywhere, which there is a lot of people involved, but they're not everywhere. Not everybody you see is involved. A lot of people are, but not everyone. Okay, they want you to hear them, and that's through direct conversation. It's called direct conversation, right? And it'd be something that you've done during the day, throughout the day. Why? Because they have that intel. Basically, they're watching you. But carry on doing what you're doing. Don't let that stop you. You understand what I'm saying? They're trying to cast fear and doubt. And if they can cast fear and doubt, they can now what? Stop you. Right? Don't fall for it. It's a tactic of the devil. They're being used. So they want you to hear them. They will say particular things. So what? They follow a script. So yes, they're given a written script of what to say. Oh, he's coming. Say this, say that. Fucking zombies. Excuse my language. They're zombies. It's called direct conversation. They seek to enforce negative, repetitive, patterns. Why do they seek to enforce? So they will have people around you. They even move people in where you live. Why would they do these things? As a negative, repetitive pattern. They want to keep you in a loop. But look, the scripture says in John 8:32, and you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. You're free. The brothers, the sisters that are listening, they are free. They're obviously not free, because if they were free, guess what? They wouldn't need to do that. So they're not free. Okay. Basically, they sold out. Whether it doesn't matter, they've sold out. Right? And another very, very, very important thing, but the last thing concerning this. Another thing, how they also get to track you, not just by your phone, they also get to do this by raising up chemtrails, spraying chemtrails in the air, and them chemtrails have what? Pieces of metal, and once that metal hits you, right, goes into your skin, now guess what that makes you? It makes you a conductor, right? It makes you like a radio receptor, a conductor, like an antenna. So this is how they're able to actually link frequencies to your blood, and also you may take out some rubbish. You may put out the rubbish in the bin. With whatever you put out there, someone may be watching and they're able to collect that bottle with your fingerprint on it and match that fingerprint with these frequencies and get an idea of your frequency. And once they do that, what do? They link it up to a data, and in real time put it on virtual, right? I'm not making this up. I know it sounds mad. I'm not making this up. This is the depths of wickedness. Yeah, a lot of these people are wicked. They call it community watch. We need to look after our community. Bro, I've been here for a while, right? I ain't got nothing to hide, right? How's it 5 years, 4 years, everything's okay or whatever, but then everybody's changing. But guess what? These are the undesirables, okay? The elect are not undesirables, they're the desirables, they're the undesirables, because Satan is going to turn on them. They made the wrong move, you've done it to the wrong person, okay? Little do they know, man. Little do they know what they've done. And it's too late now, because if you took some money, what are you going to do? So these people, they've agreed to do what they're doing. I don't feel sorry for them. Why should I? Right? And when Yahweh starts taking them out, when things start happening to them, don't fret. I wouldn't say celebrate, but don't fret, because things are going to start happening. Now, how do you get out of this in terms of when does it end? Some people are on it for a year, some people are on it just for a month, some people on it for 10 years, some are on it for their whole lives. But guess what? Wickedness ends. Wickedness don't prevail. We know that. Anybody that's in the scriptures know that. Right? So yes, it will end. They want you to think it won't end. Of course it's going to end. Right? The whole point of the program, this governmental program, is to make you feel like you have no hope, and really to get you to give in, sell out, and give up the faith. That's the working of the devil. So it's spiritual. Yes, it's physical, but it's not just physical, it's also spiritual. And you may say, well, why is he acting a bit funny? Well, guess what? They're also using technology. Yeah, they're using electronic weapons, which they give to certain people, not anyone, certain people. Neighbors, they use electronic weapons. V2K, which is voice to skull technology. They use your satellites, which is using it as an antenna. They're using all these different things. So you may say, well, his behavior is a bit funny. Well, wouldn't yours be? If they were using electronics against you, this is what they're doing, right? And these people are fine with it. So it's teaching me this experience, which is, it's all of Yahweh Shai, because he controls everything. This is teaching me a lot. It's teaching me a hell of a lot. This is what we need. Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai is coming back, because it shows you how wicked this society is. The same people that talk about security, community security, is rubbish. These are the criminals. Yeah, your neighbors are the criminals. Some of them don't know what they're doing, right? Some of them, because they've been told to do these things. Some of them don't know. You don't know what they've been told, but still they're a part of it. So again, there's no cloak for that sin, man. There's no cloak for that sin. So now we went to let's go to Romans. And I know they're listening. Good. I want you to hear this. Right? Pieces of shit. Let's go to Romans 12. Right? Stay in the faith. Don't be shaken up by these things. Yeah, it's physical. A lot of it is physical. But one thing, everything starts spiritually first. Everything. So let's quickly go to Ephesians 6. And these are scriptures to just comfort the brothers and sisters that may be on this. Because guess what? The 144,000, they're going to be going through this. What is it? It's persecution. That's all it is. That's how you have to look at it. Ephesians 6. And excuse me just a minute. There's a lot on my mind. Yahushua said these things would happen. Let's quickly go to 2 Timothy 2 and 11. 2 and 12. Yeah, and all that will live godly in Yahushua Mashiach shall suffer persecution. Scriptures tell us that. Paul tells us that. You're living godly, you're going to be persecution. That word for persecution goes into what? Slandered, oppressed, watched. Okay? You can put that word gangstalking in there. So all that was live godly in Yahushua shall suffer persecution, gangstalking. It happened to Paul. Happened to Yahushua. Happened to these people. Right? And their whole thing is to basically try to change your perception. Right? Which, again, you're going to have a very hard time doing that. Right? That's why they have to use this technology. They have to mess with your mind. This is what they're resorting to. This is how you know this word is powerful. Yes, you're a threat to someone, somebody. Somebody put you on this program. Somebody that thought you were a threat. But it all started in the spiritual realm first. This is what you got to understand. Okay. Now let's go to Romans 12. How can you break free from it? Easy. Your mind. Because your mind, again, one thing you can control, how you act, how you respond. Because remember, they want a response. What do you do with these people? You just ignore them. And because you're doing that, it may seem that you come across as cold, arrogant, but most of the people, again, they don't care anyway. They've been paid to do this, right? They've been notified, right? So just what do? You just ignore them, right? Simple as that. This is Romans 12 and 2. And be not conformed to this world, conjoined, formed into image. But be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Transformed. Trans mean to change. Formed in the image of Yahushua. So with you doing that, you have one up on them. Basically, look, because they're on this program is a very, very low vibrational, demonic. Yeah, it's black. Basically, it's black magic, witchcraft, everything in one, everything. That's what it is, right? And it may seem scary, but it's not scary when you understand the scriptures, right? Yes, sometimes it's gonna weigh you down. Of course it is. That's gonna weigh anyone down, even the strongest man. But we have the scriptures to deal with it, to battle it. But be transformed by the renewing of your mind, so your mind becomes renewed, that you may prove what is good and acceptable, the perfect will of the Most High. So that's all you need to do. Is the more you're in the scriptures, you transform your mind. But again, the thing with this program is everything you're doing is to control every part of your life. So you may be studying, right? Then you may have someone, example, banging on the wall. They've been told to do that. You may be studying, you may hear a lawnmower. But all these things were happening even before you were put on any program. Why? Because it's spiritual warfare. So always remember that. But the thing is, it's just been amped up. So always look at these things as spiritual. Because if you're looking at it through the physical eyes, ain't no way you're going to overcome it. You're not going to if you're looking at it, everything is physical. It is spiritual. Right? Because the spiritual realm dictates everything that happens in the physical realm. Right? So we can't really get... Yes, you're going to get annoyed, you're going to get upset, but you have to balance out them emotions. Because that's the whole part of it, is to get you doing something. Really, is to get you locked up. That's the main goal. Locked up in a psychiatry ward, because these people obviously they've been told that something ain't right with you, right? To get you acting a certain way, right? To get you looking paranoid, acting paranoid, so people say, why is he's acting weird? He's acting. So this is what it's designed to do. And the last one, this is the worst. Even get you killed. Someone that uses microwave weapons, radioactive weapons, that's not because they love you. Someone that does that, oh, we're just testing just to see, we're just trying to lower his, bro. Someone that's doing that, that's not someone that loves you. That's someone that's trying to kill you slowly. So it's very serious. But again, this is why we have the scriptures. And who's involved? These are security firms, right, that work hand in hand with the military, people that have retired, mostly retired military soldiers, right? This is who it is. So that basically, yes, the government is involved, right? And one may say, well, why don't you just find a lawyer? If you're gonna get a lawyer involved, in particular, it has to be it's a special type of lawyer you're going to need to get for this, because the lawyers, they are part of the system as well, right? So what they've done, they've took away all the legs of the system, and they could easily say, well, it's part of an operation, it's a part of an investigation. So this is the whole thing. The best way to deal with it is through the scriptures, and let Yahweh Shai, the power that controls everything, let him deal with it. Yes, you can go to certain authorities, but guess what? Some of them are a part of it, right? And you've had certain people that have took this to court and they've won, but it's very rare. Some people, not all. You have to know what you're doing. You have to know the law. You have to know common law, right? There's many people involved. So this is yeah, it's quite serious. It's quite serious, right? So is there anything else? It's Ephesians 6:11. Start at 10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord Yahushua and in the power of his might. So we need to be strong, right? Mentally, with faith. Put on the whole armor of the Most High. And you know what the thing is? Sometimes, all right, sometimes you may have a little laugh with it. Sometimes, you know what? I've said this. It works. Sometimes I said, you know what? You blown your cover. You see someone following, you blown your cover. Should have seen the look on his face. You look bewildered. Or what, me? And that messes them up. Sometimes you could say a little things, but you don't really want to engage them too much, right? And another one, this individual, this muscly individual, but I don't care how much muscles you got. They send different people towards you. I said, this individual was following me in the store, and I said, I got a lot of fans, right? And he acted bewildered by that as well. So yeah, there's particular things you can say to annoy them, because they're paid to follow you. Why? Because you're important, right? Paparazzi. You killed Diana, right? You killed Diana. Okay. And where else was I? This ain't laughing matter. It is serious. Put on the whole armor of the Most High. So the armor is this word, that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. So what's the armor? The armor is this word. And that's how we stand against the wiles. What's the wiles? The tricks, right, of the devil. And this is what he's doing. He's using these people because most of them, they don't believe in the scriptures. They think it's rubbish. So these are the people that are being used to do these things, whether they know or not. Verse 12, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood. So yes, it is somewhat physical. You see it in the physical, but against principalities. This is what we're against, right? And against powers and against rulers of darkness of this world. And the rulers of darkness are the ones that basically put you on this particular program, the rulers of darkness, right? I can't tell you why. It's different for every individual, right? And against spiritual wickedness in high places. So this is what we're actually against, fighting against spiritual wickedness in high places. Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of the Most High, that you may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand. And what's that? It's the word. Verse 14, stand therefore having your loins girt about with truth and having the breastplate of righteousness. That's what we need. In war, you need a breastplate, cover your chest, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. Right? Above all, taking the shield of faith. So the main thing is the shield of faith. With faith, you can get through anything. And look at the examples of Daniel, Benedigo, and so forth. So with this, I hope this was edifying. And until the next time, shalom.